I think CRM 2.0 is the evolution of an operating context of CRM, more of a back office sales automation focused environment in the 90s to a more front office business strategy focus. I think CRM 2.0 will live in understanding the needs and behaviors and values of consumers and how we as marketers can influence those needs to the benefit of that consumer and equally important to the benefit of the organization. I think digital is the revolution in marketing today. So the digitization of medias and channels is creating entirely new opportunities for consumers to engage organizations and organizations to engage consumers. The question will be, how do we harness that information? How do we use that information to drive better behaviors and outcomes? How do we use that information to engage consumers in more intelligent ways that create better ROIs on our marketing investments? Merkle's approach to integrated customer marketing is really an organizing principle to do world-class CRM. So as we look at integrating activities across the customer enterprise and putting the customer at the center of the business strategy, we have to think beyond the campaign. So we have to think about organizational design, compensation systems, business process, KPIs, technology, operations, all the elements necessary to do true world-class integration. So we've developed integrated customer marketing as ICMS, that organizing principle, to help our customers more efficiently pursue that journey. Currencies are the key to the long-term success of implementing ICM. So without universal language, it's hard to integrate beyond the marketing organization. And so as we look at currencies, we think there's three currencies: a segmentation currency, a customer value currency, and an incremental measurement currency. So when we can't talk about our customers by name, we need a way to talk about groups of consumers, generally by their attitudes, their needs, and their behaviors. So the segmentation currency becomes really important as we're talking about how to serve customers across the enterprise. A customer value currency is equally important so that we know what customers to invest in, and different elements of the organization view value in different ways. So the chief financial officer might view value through a risk lens, and the chief marketing officer might view value through a revenue lens. So we need an organizational-wide customer value currency so that those conversations can be consistent across the C-suite. We also need incremental measurement capabilities. So we need to be able to understand the incremental impact of the last dollar spent in our sales, marketing, or services activities and their actual behavior and their actual influence on consumer behavior. I think competitive advantage in the future will live in those organizations that can truly understand the needs and attitudes of their consumers and drive relevancy into that consumer set to increase profit and revenue and ultimately shareholder value. So I think integration will really be the key to differentiation. And those organizations that can truly integrate this kind of information and touch those consumers in a very real way in a high-pace, high-rhythm environment will be the organizations that create competitive advantage through their marketing activities in the future.